Honestly, I'm lost for words.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that let you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, chop, chop.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Yes. Back to yet another video. So, wow, this is, where do I even begin? I just watched the complete Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix. Now this show was something else. See, look, I heard about Jeffrey Dahmer when I was a kid. Jeffrey Dahmer, my dad told me about him when I was younger, and yeah, he was a very sick human being, very sick. I mean, this man was pure disgusting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This man was horrible. He was a disgusting human being, and there's really nothing more to that. Oh wait, there is though. Like this is horrible. So we get to see Monster, a Jeffrey Dahmer story, which is the show that I just said I watched. Clearly, this is gonna be my review and my thoughts and opinions of the piece of work. You feel me? Whether you like them or not, you feel me? It kind of just is what it is. Yeah, let's get into it. So, Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm gonna be real. This show was very interesting. From start to finish, it was very, very heart-wrenching. It's very emotional. It's very impactful. It really hits you right here, you know what I'm saying? It really hits you hard. There's nothing quite like this, you know what I'm saying? Like a movie about a serial killer's life. It's like, is this respectful? You know what I'm saying? Is this really respectful to really kind of hear about a movie about a serial killer? You feel me? From their life, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was really kind of asking myself throughout this whole process of watching this show. Because we get to see Jeffrey as a kid and his upbringing. I've heard, like, what's it called? I've heard many different criticism on this show, talking like it's kind of showing sympathy. They kind of wrote him in a way you would feel sorry for him, and I can see how people would say that. But I think most of us, or at least all of us, should really kind of know to not feel sorry for this man. I mean, I wish he got the help that he got before he did the stuff that he did, but no. We get to see his upbringing. We get to see him as a kid. His father, right? His father tried to be his life, you could tell. His mother was crazy. His mother was insane. Suffered from many different disorders, mental illnesses. And his father was always away. You know what I'm saying? He tried to be there with Jeffrey. But you could tell that Jeffrey was lonely as a kid. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that he was very lonely. And that really kind of caused him to have a lot of damage when he got older because of how lonely he was. When his dad was around him, you feel me? He taught him how to get roadkill and dissect the animal's guts from it, you feel me? Using different forms of acid and all types of other stuff, you feel me? Science stuff, concoctions to really kind of use to do that. And he eventually used that to the victims that he would eventually have when he got older. We got to see his high school life, you feel me? He always tried to do things for attention. And then we fast forward to when he's an adult, kind of. His mother leaves him home, you feel me, by himself. His mother just dips, you feel me, after a very kind of nasty battle between her and Jeffrey's father. You feel me? Them two would argue forever. Even when Jeffrey was a kid, and Jeffrey would see all that, And all this stuff kind of really just messed up his mind growing up. You know what I'm saying? And then we see Jeffrey's first victim, who he promised to take to a concert, who was hitchhiking. And he said he didn't mean to kill him, but hey, it is what it is. And, you know, we go on and on, you feel me? The first episode, actually, it kind of starts off with Jeffrey luring in a black man who ended up being his lone survivor and ended up being the guy who ends up putting him away forever. And we get to see different chunks at different moments in time in Jeffrey's life throughout this show, you feel me? And mind you, all this is real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's faked or not, or what's not accurate enough, but a lot of it is real. You know what I'm saying? Most of it is. Yeah, actually. And I don't really know how to really review this without keeping the victims' families, kind of like keeping them. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like how to keep respect for them, or respect to give them more respect. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. I'm trying to do this the most respectful way possible, because let me get into that, right? Was this necessary? What was this movie really necessary? Because Jeffrey Dahmer actually has victims' families who are still here to this day, and they are going to constantly relive their trauma with the reenactments of all this BS. You feel me? Like we saw Tony. You feel me? The deaf kid that he killed, who actually didn't mind being with Jeffrey. You feel me? Get slaughtered. And we get to see, we see bodies, you feel me? We see guts, we see brain, we see organs. It's a graphic show. It's very graphic. It really kind of goes into detail on what happened the best way that they can. And you can tell they tried throughout this whole show. Evan Peters, the person that played Jeffrey Dahmer, did an amazing job. You feel me? Actually, all the actors did a great job. You feel me? Evan deserves an award. Evan deserves an award for this. He did amazing. His father did great too. I do wonder what went into his father's head. What was going to his father's head? Because I'm not gonna lie, after I hear my son did something like that, you feel me? I would never talk to him again. I don't think I could ever do that. But you could tell his father was trying to help him. His father was definitely trying to help him, you feel me? Because I'm pretty sure he knew that he wouldn't be free, but definitely tried to get him the help that he needs, you feel me? But I think Jeffrey shouldn't get help after that, you feel me? That's it, you feel me? You see what he did to that child that the police officers helped back into his apartment and he killed later that night. Yeah, I don't think helping is really going to do anything for him, especially when he's locked up forever. Yeah, the police did a horrible job, disgusting job by the police throughout that entire show. The police were straight up trash. So the police were actually harassing a victim's family. Where do they do that? What? Let's see. Look, and now people wonder why people hate the police. Like what? That's so dumb. Like what? They helped. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I did not hear about that. I did not hear about that. That was crazy. That was really crazy. Honestly, I don't really think I really want to kind of dive any more into the rest of the story, really. I'm pretty sure you guys get the gist. He cooks up his victims and then eats them. And has sex with the dead bodies in... Yeah, Jeffrey was a sick human being, bro. Very sick. There's much more to the show that I'm not saying, but y'all can look at it for yourselves. So, yeah, let me kind of discover my thoughts, I guess, or even more thoughts than I've just kind of showed to you. So, this show, I'm not gonna lie, it was a very interesting and good show. It was a good show. It was a great show. It's very uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable watch. It's disgusting. But I think to showcase history, showcase the history. They did a good job in showcasing the history. Was this necessary though? That's a huge question in itself. See, look, I don't think this was necessary. I don't think that this needed to happen. This show needed to happen. You know, I mean, it's here now, but the show didn't really need to happen. You feel me? I guess I'll say, out of respect to the victims, this show shouldn't really happen. You feel me? And I don't think we should be giving a serial killer any more biopics or many more documentaries or shows anymore. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think we should be giving this guy this much content. You know what I'm saying? Like this, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's a great show. You feel me? It dives into everything. You feel me? Not just Jeffrey's story, but we get more knowledge about the victims and their families. You feel me? Like that really kind of hit me the most is the victims and their families and how they decided to deal with it. You feel me? We get to see their mourning, their crying, their pain, and the actors and actresses were so great that you could genuinely feel the pain throughout this entire show. Like this show makes you feel. You feel me? And Jeffrey, Evan Peters, this guy played Jeffrey to a T, bro. You feel me? I do feel like Jeffrey Dahmer kind of spoke in a more intelligent manner than Evan did as Jeffrey. You feel me? This kind of Jeffrey kind of seemed, don't get me wrong, he was still smart, but he was kind of a dopey kind of Jeffrey. You feel me? I don't know how to explain it. But hey, that's just a slight criticism. Don't take that into consideration because whatever. But this Jeffrey, this is like what, the third Jeffrey Dahmer kind of piece of content we've gotten, I think. And it's all kind of similar in a way. But I think this one really kind of, this is it. You feel me? I think this is definitely it forever. We don't really need to keep making movies about this man no more. We really don't. It's disgusting what he did. I can't stress that enough how disgusting this man was. This man was horrible. We got to see him baptized, you feel me? That was interesting. I heard that he found God in prison a while back, you feel me? Whether he made it to heaven or not, you feel me? I don't want to talk about that. I heard about that on TikTok. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, we get to see him killed, you feel me? Him getting killed was very satisfying. Yeah, I hate to say that. Actually, never mind. Him getting killed was like, that's it, you feel me? That's it, you feel me? I don't care no more. That's it for him. That really was. He got what he deserved in prison. Whatever goes on, come back around, you feel me? And yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it really does make sense to really kind of wanting to kill this man. Because the person that killed him, I forgot his name that quick, but he would read about the things that this man has done, and he just could not take it no more. Because in prison, it didn't seem like that Jeffrey had any remorse for what he did. It didn't seem like it at all. It didn't seem like he had any remorse until the end. You know, and yeah. That was the monster. That was monster. Jeffrey Dahmer. That was Dahmer. That was, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, my thoughts in conclusion to this show is that I think I already said it. I'm not gonna lie. It's like it's a great show to showcase history. Was it necessary though? That's the topic. I don't think it was. I think I just said that. I'm talking myself in circles at this point, but yeah. At the end of the day, right, Glenda Cleveland deserves a lot of love right now because they didn't really take her serious. The police was not taking her serious. I see after when Jeffrey got exposed, you know what I'm saying, she started getting more support and more love, you feel me? And the people in her apartment complex, the apartment complex got destroyed like later on. They will all kind of stick together and stick with her, you feel me? And I loved that. I really did. I really loved hearing that. You feel me? You could tell how horrible she felt. She was like, I loved her part of this story. I really do. I loved her part of this story because when you see Jeffrey do these things, it really hits you hard. It hits you hard. It hits you so hard that it's like you cannot sit through it without squirming or cringing in a way. Because she heard a lot. She smelled a lot. Like she was there for a lot of it, and she did everything she could to prevent more from happening, and they did not take her serious, and that really bugs the crap out of me, and I'm pretty sure everybody else. Like I said, the victims are still here. They still have to suffer. So, and seeing their mourning reimagined into 2022 on TV for the world to see, honestly, I can't imagine how that feels. And I can see how disrespectful that can be, you feel me? Netflix, should they take this down, honestly? Possibly, out of respect. Out of respect, I'll say. This show was too real to me. It was too real. This was too real to me. It was way too real. Like, you would see, the skulls and the brain, you feel me? They wanted to study Jeffrey Dahmer's brain. But the dad was like, nah, I'm not having that. Yeah, he did a lot of his grandma's house. Like, I wonder how she was feeling hearing about all that. But she did have dementia at that time when he got exposed. But she did her best. She did what she could. She tried to help too. But hey, I'm kind of rambling at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, to kind of finish this video off, you feel me? I kind of see people kind of praising Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, I see love for this man on TikTok, and I'm like, wow. Because after watching the show, it's like, how can y'all love this man? I be seeing thirst traps at Jeffrey Dahmer on TikTok, and bro, like, let me be real, bro. People do not take things serious at all. This is one of those things. Jeffrey Dahmer is a guy that you don't praise, you don't celebrate, but people are doing it. So it kind of just is what it is. You feel me? We kind of figure that. You feel me? When anything's trending, you know what I'm saying? People are going to hop on that bandwagon any way they can. And that's what they're doing. Like, if Jeffrey Dahmer was here in 2022, bro, you feel me? They'll be doing the same thing, you feel me? If there was a serial killer like that, you feel me? They'll do the same thing. People don't take things serious no more, bro, you feel me? And don't surprise me. So, that was the end of it, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie, the documentary was very interesting in many different parts, and you could just feel it. Like, Evan Peters as Jeffrey Dahmer was a very menacing character, and you could feel how menacing he was, you feel me? You could feel the darkness when he's happy, when he's sad, when he's angry. Like, Evan Peters is a great actor, you feel me? Man, that man needs some awards. Same thing with Glenna Cleveland. The female that played Glenna Cleveland, I think that's Niecy Nash, I think. I've seen her other things, but I forgot her name. But yeah, like, the actors are great, you feel me? The production was great, you feel me? The cinematography was great. There's so many great aspects of this film that should just be history related. That's what I could say. It was a great show at showcasing history. It wasn't great because people got killed. It wasn't great because of the disgusting acts. None of the acts in the show was great, you feel me? I'm just saying the writing, the cinematography, the directing, the acting was all great. That's all I'm trying to say. But was it necessary? No. And of course, the victims' families are speaking out about it, and that's not my fight. But what I can say is, I hope Netflix and whoever's a part of this documentary will hear them out, will hear the victims out 100%. I mean, if they delete it, you feel me? I'm not going to be mad about that. Should they delete it? Possibly. Actually, most likely. I think I've touched all the bases. Yeah, that was that. That was Monster, Jeffrey Dahmer story. This is going to be the worst kind of topic I think I've ever discussed on this platform. But hey, I don't care. It's my channel. And, yeah.